When's Mark coming on?
Land Geek Nation, we're live.
Hey!
How's it going,
Look at
boys?
that.
Hey, hey.
What up?
What's up? Hey, first I have a question. Do I wear the shirt too much?
Not at
I
all.
never know. Is that the? Have you worn that before?
Yeah. I don't even know what
It'd
that
be
is,
like
Fallacy.
saying, Do I drink whiskey too much? It's the same
I mean,
question.
I
I,
pretty much wear
no, I,
one T-shirt a week now. Like all the days just roll into the next one, and I find myself 3 days later wondering when the last time it was I had a shower, and wondering when the last time was I put a different shirt on.
I'm going to require you to get a job.
That's
You're
about
going
where
to
I
need
am
to
right now.
actually go back to work, just become normal again.
I mean, I was actually showering today thinking, I can't remember the last time I showered.
I don't know what to say to that.
What?
There are
I
no
shower. I shower twice a day.
there are no
You do,
words.
don't you? And you sauna and you shower
You got a
twice a day.
sauna,
Oh,
Zano, up there? You've
oh,
been
no
hiding
sauna.
out on me?
I got a jacuzzi. I got no sauna. No, but I get up in the
Well,
morning, do my workout. I shower. Then I go for a bike ride later in the afternoon. Then I shower. I walk. It's like I sweat. I shower.
it's not good for you to
Who does
shower
the
that much.
laundry? I'd like to hear
Anyway,
about the laundry in the house. What? Okay, sorry. Land?
Land Geek Nation, how are we doing? We should probably introduce ourselves.
Nah.
Mike Zano, who are we and what do we do and why are we here on this very popular, years-long running show?
You mean multiple years, right?
Years long, yes, years long.
Well, we are the Land Geek guys. There's three of us here. We have Fortune 500 Forbes, and then
What
we have
up?
OG Scott Boston, the best name
Yeah.
ever. And then we have me, Mike Zano. But anyway, we come here, we talk about land investing, we have a couple of drinks. We like to engage the audience. We know there's people out there burning the midnight oil doing land deals, and we're here to help them. So the best way for us to help you is to ask lots of questions. So bring them on.
Please hold.
Bring on the questions about land investing, what it is, why we do it.
You're not on the feed.
Yeah,
Who's not?
No, Bosman, you're not on.
I'm not on the
I'm
feed.
on it. I'm on it, and
I'm
Zano
on the
is
feed
on it.
now.
Well, there's a little bit of a technical delay here, so
Sorry about that,
who
guys.
misses Scott Bosman? Look at that.
There we are. So anyway, back to my first question. Do I wear the shirt too much?
I think the shirt wears you at this point, as it hasn't been washed in months.
No, yeah, well. Anyway, so if folks have questions about land investing, post them in the comments. I'm starting to talk like Zano.
Comments.
I spent so much time with him starting to talk like him.
Some sauce. The New York. Comments.
And yeah, it's been the market's good right now, boys. The land market is good.
Yes.
Zano, I don't know about you guys telling Forbes, we've had a crazy couple days. It's been nuts. Like, it's been a lot of fun. So, that's cool.
It's a good time. I mean, runs contrary to popular, not popular, what common sense might tell you. Like, people aren't buying things right now, but hey, Amazon says every day is like a Black Friday, and everybody's buying land. So, I don't know.
It's true. There's a lot of sales going on in this world right now.
Matt, you get a haircut?
What do you do when you're going bald? Don't you just shave your head? I just shaved my head. My wife
something looks different about you. I like it.
It's the best.
This is my $6. This is my favorite vest in the whole world. $6 because it's so ugly, but it's warm and comfy and delicious. But yeah, I shaved my head. Anne hates it, and then it's growing back, and I don't know what to do. I think you just sort of shave the whole thing and pick it. But
well, hey, I can tell you one thing: you sound like $1 million.
Why? Thank you.
Yeah, it's you wouldn't think that you'd have the same mic as Mark does, because Mark's, I don't know.
Mark has the same mic as I do. I bought it first.
That's what I mean.
Mark's is bigger.
He's got to work on the configuration because it obscures his face right now. I like your position better. It's down here more. Anyway, we got some comments.
Ooh, what do we got?
Bill Dickens says, hi, guys. Michael Acosta says, once a week is fine. I think he's probably referring to bathing. Matthew Waltz says some things are not meant to share, Scott Bossman. I'm very open with this community. Very, you're all my friends.
A little too open. Yes.
Jen Ramquist says I probably shouldn't admit that on camera. Oh well, I've done worse. Jen, I've done worse on camera. See 3 weeks ago. All right, Scott is not on camera. Ken Bodziak is here. Chris Hernandez, Racine Sugai, Renee Rogers, first night of flight school. Cheers. Cheers to you, Renee.
Ooh. Hey.
Does tonight's flight school just end?
Yeah, it just ended a little while ago.
I have a feeling that we may have Scott Todd watching us right now. Can we call him out? Because usually after nightcap, he slides over here to have a little. I'm going to go that he's having a pina colada. I have a feeling that's what he's drinking tonight, and I have a feeling he's in Florida. He's in Florida.
Dude, I could never live in Florida because I would just down fruity girly drinks all day long. All day I drink pina coladas. All day. They're not good for you, as it turns out. I don't know if you know that or not. There's about 8 gallons of sugar in each one, and I'm good for about 30 in a night.
He likes margaritas. That's his drink.
Oh,
Scott, please comment. And you're welcome to come on the nightcap, Scott. Anytime. If you're out there right now, we'll dial you in.
Yes.
I don't know if he has Skype, though.
Guy owes me money.
He does have Skype because, he did because he was my coach 5 years ago, and we would use Skype.
Really?
That was such an uncivilized time. I'm on point tonight. All right, here we go.
Where are you seeing all these comments? You see them on Facebook?
Yeah, they're on Facebook. So we got a bunch of comments, and
okay.
Yeah, Doug Hoyer wants to know if he won again. We don't know yet, Doug. You'll see on Friday.
You settle down, Hoyer. You won
Doug,
once. That's enough.
Doug, how was night one? Flight school, Doug. Tell us.
Yeah, Doug Hoyer and Renee Rogers and anybody else who attended first night of flight school, throw up there in the comments what your experience was like. It's always a great first. I love
Doug
the first.
Hoyer in flight school now? Is he in day one?
Day one, he just signed up.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Doug, congrats. That's great, dude.
Yeah,
good job.
Awesome.
That's a good move.
We got a lot of watches right now. And we have a lot of comments. But before we get to the comments and questions, there's something very important I think we need to do. So,
what's that?
Change your clothes?
I mean...
Take a shower.
Take a shower?
You guys are jerks.
Of course we're jerks. It's the nightcap. It's what we do.
It's the nightcap, yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had something to talk about, but you got something about to happen right now? Holy moly!
There's something about to happen. Look at this guy.
Oh, look at the size of that mic. It blows away yours, Matt Forbes.
Thank you for having me on Nightcap this evening, gentlemen.
Oh, that's
you just went outside, Matt.
I'm thrilled to be sharing my new boom mic with Matthew Forbes. Good evening, Matthew.
That's Fortune 500, Mark.
Fortune 500 Forbes. He's like frozen on my end. What's up, fellas?
What's up, Mark? Thanks for coming.
I'm back. Can you guys see me?
Yeah, I can. What?
Matt, how do I sound, man? You sound great.
I love your microphone. I'm concerned about your windscreen. It's awfully large. Very intimidating.
Look, if it's
No.
That's how I roll.
That's how I roll, yeah.
I mean,
moving on.
I mean, look. Am I overcompensating? Maybe.
Maybe. But you sound terrific.
Hey, Mark, we got some people tonight watching after their very first flight school. Some of our viewers out there. And we actually have a feeling that Scott Todd is watching right now. A lot of times he's kind of quietly watching. We're trying to pull him out. We're trying to see if he'll make a comment. But I think he's out there.
I'll tell you what, he's definitely out there. I was just boxing with him. So he's there. He definitely is.
So Doug Hoyer says that Scott Todd made them wear masks tonight for flight school, which that's an adventure.
That's so Scott Todd, isn't it?
All right. So thank you for joining us, Mark. We have we got a lot of viewers right now. We're up to like 43 at one point. That's insane.
No kidding. That's insane
9,000
for
viewers?
Nightcap.
What?
Yeah.
What? But you know what though? It's late though. It's all the flight school energy. It's flying over into Nightcap.
I like it. Alex
is.
Luna. What's up, fellas? What's up, Alex?
Let's have a drink.
Oh. Have a cocktail.
Have a cocktail.
Here's Alex Luna.
What are you drinking, Mark?
Well, if you were on the Facebook Live this afternoon, Fortune 500, you wouldn't even be asking me. You would know. You would
Some
just
of us
know.
have real jobs.
Well, that was a long time ago. You've been drinking since then?
No. I don't roll like the Bossman.
Right.
Like the Nightcap OG.
I mean, you throw shade at me. You throw shade at me daily about my drinking. The entire community thinks that's all I do.
That is all you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you do other things between it, the drinks,
Right.
don't you?
Right. Don't you sell land in between drinks?
I do.
A lot of land.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to what are we drinking? What are we drinking? I'm sorry.
Mike, what am I drinking?
Casa Noble.
Nice.
Casa Noble. So good.
You too, Zaino?
good.
No, I'm drinking the Macallan 12 tonight.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I'm gonna mix it up a little bit.
I like it.
Forbesy?
Balvini.
Nice.
Found that in the back. Yeah, very excited.
I went with a local gin tonight, an organic gin. It's really good. I'm a gin fan.
Isn't all gin organic? That's confuzzling.
I know. I think that's funny too. Whenever someone says organic, and it's.
But I love the local spirit move. I'm a big fan of that, so I support that, even if that sounds like false advertising. But whatever. Right.
Okay. All right. So we do have some questions. So I think we should answer these. You ready?
Yeah.
First is from Bill Dickens. Bill Dickens. Hey guys, is it normal to be asked by a potential customer for Plat maps? In 1985.
That's a really good question.
No, just kidding.
You know what? Scott Boston, way to throw shade at me. I used to go to. I don't know if you guys ever heard of a thing called Kinko's. You're probably not old enough to know what Kinko's is.
You used to go to Kinko's.
When I would close a deal, I would then get into my car I had a massive subdivision map, and I'd go to those big scanners, and then I would then have the subdivision map and the plat map, and I would FedEx them their packages with physical maps and a beautiful property report that I would make on like PowerPoint, and it had all the information that they would need. No one cared. I would just email it after like 2 years of this, where it was like, I would like kind of get like annoyed. I got another sale. I'm like, another trip to Kinko's.
Gotta go to Kinko's.
That's not scalable.
That's funny. And that photocopy probably cost you like $9 at Kinko's, if I recall. Right?
Oh yeah, and
super expensive.
There's like two places on Earth where you can get worse service than Kinko's. The first is the movie theater. And the second is like a deli in New York City.
Oh, don't forget the DMV. But yeah,
the DMV.
No. You got to exclude all government.
Oh, okay. Right.
Places.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to Bill's question: is it normal? I would say these days it's not normal to be asked by a potential customer for plat maps. It may occasionally happen, but you send them a GIS link or something like that so they can see the lay of the land and coordinates and whatnot. Forbes?
I like it because if you can send the GIS, right? Like I don't send the link to the map. I send the link and I say, put in this APN.
Yeah.
And then it will show up in my name.
Right.
And then click the map. And like subtly, I'm like, dude, I own the freaking land. Right. Just sort of under the covers. So that's how I roll with it. But I think I do that I don't know, maybe a third of the time.
Yeah,
I'll send them that. I think it makes you sound and look legitimate when you can send them the map.
but Forbes, I have a question. So on the GIS site, when they're looking at your property and they see it's under your name, there is a link to the assessor site where they can see what you bought that property for.
It depends on the state.
So
a
how
lot
do
of
you?
states it's just $6.
Are you even worried about it?
Are you worried about
No,
it? Is my
I
question.
couldn't care less. No, not at all.
We get that
Should I
question
be?
a lot, right? No, we just get that question a lot. Like, what if somebody goes to the assessor website and they see that you bought this piece of land for $1,500 and now you're selling it for $4,500?
Yeah, well, normally you're selling it on terms. So you're like, listen, I'm carrying the note. I'm acting like a bank, right? I mean, you could go on and on with that with people, but listen, it's yours for $100 a month. I mean, where else are you going to be able to buy that? But I've never had that conversation in 2 years. No one's ever done that with me ever. I think I've had like 3 negative conversations where people thought, beyond like, hey, this is shady. I don't want to buy land online. Like, what do I do? Beyond that, I think it's been like 3. And we're like, all right, let's just talk it through, and then it's fine. So I don't know. Do you guys do you run into that ever? I don't.
No.
No, but it's a common question we get. I think it's a.
I got you. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, for new investors, they're a little bit fearful that that's going to happen.
Yes.
What I'm trying to get across is that it does not happen, right?
Right.
No, but you listen. I don't know. I've never seen it. Right? No, it doesn't. The answer is no. It doesn't happen at all ever.
Right.
So don't worry about it. Who cares?
Look at
and if they're going to heckle you about it, they're not the buyer. You're like, okay, well, no problem. There's 9 other people I got to talk to right now. So if you're not interested, I'll call the next guy.
Can you show us the inside of that vest?
Oh, you like that vest, don't you?
What do you have in there? Like tinfoil? What is that?
I like the shirt.
So this is. So Columbia makes these. They're
it's a
they're
survival blanket.
They're reflective, and the inside. That's why it's so warm and toasty. That's why I love this vest.
Do you store
this
warm
vest
bacon
is so
in there?
good. I can't disclose whether I cook bacon in here or not. I can tell you one
while
thing.
You're out hiking.
It gets not quite crispy enough, even with the body heat that I throw off. So for a guy like you, it's never going to work. But no, yeah, it's like they're super warm and they're great. And Columbia makes good stuff. And when it's 96% off because it's the ugliest color imaginable, you buy it.
You can steam hot dogs in your pockets.
Yeah, exactly. I like that vest so much. I bought it in another color. I bought it in gray. How do you like that?
You and Anne Marie could watch Better Call Saul together and be like, look, I look like Chuck.
Want a hot dog?
Word inside out.
And
totally.
Rib roast.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And smoked meats. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right.
So we nailed one question. What's next? What do they got for us?
Here's another question from my sister in the north, Tancha Hokinson. She and Steve have a question. How long does due diligence suck? I love that question.
Oh.
Wow.
Mike Zano.
That's like asking how long does scrubbing a list suck, right? How long does anything suck until you outsource it?
Exactly. As long as you want it to suck, it will continue to suck. And then you outsource it and it stops sucking. I haven't done due diligence in, I don't know, a year and a half? 2 years?
Matt, do you do parcelreview.com? Like who do you do? Or do you have your own inside team?
So I have my own guy. I do parcel review for my intake. And they do it. And so I just got to switch over to my guy, Eric, who is the man. Do they handle all that crap? I think I did due diligence, to be honest, one time. Because everyone was like, you have to be able to do it. Or you shouldn't outsource it. Like, you have to own it or you're abdicating. It was you, Podolsky, like, you can't abdicate. And Ann's like, don't you abdicate it. I'm like,
a lot of pointing. I'm
never doing this again.
Wait, but it is true. I mean, Mike, come on.
You do.
Yeah, you can't abdicate. Listen, just because you're really smart and you got it in one time doesn't prove his point wrong.
No. So I did it. I did it the once. And to whoever just asked that question, it sucks. So I'm like, all right, Who do I go? I had 3 friends in the business, and I was like, all right, I need someone who knows how to do like a decent title report so that I can feel good, because the legal part was always my hang up. Everybody has their hang up. Mine was like, what if I screw up a deed? What if I get sued? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. So they're like, look, this guy is $30 or $25 for a title search. Once you've done the initial, what are the back taxes? So my parcel review guy does, back taxes and the major ones, right? What kind of a deed is it? Because that stuff's all online and it's easy. And then I click a button in Airtable and an email is sent and things happen and people do things. And then magically it comes back and the guy goes, it's clear.
Sounds like magic.
Okay. It's all magic. Yeah, I don't do any of that. You kidding me? So
that's awesome.
I think that answers that question.
I think Tancha, another answer I'd give you is that it needs to suck at least once, maybe a few more times.
One time.
But it needs to suck a little bit, and then you outsource it. And if that's your biggest pain point, then it needs to be outsourced. What?
Mike, now that I see Mike's background, I'm gonna go play my little audio.
No.
I have to. I'm gonna mute myself while I enjoy.
Yes. Oh, the socks with sandals.
It's a picture for me on vacation. You can't see the whole thing.
I love the socks with sandals with the thong sandals. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's very cozy.
It's very cozy.
I feel like it makes me extra intelligent.
I gotta send it to Matt.
Where is Scott Todd right now?
It brings me back to my youth.
Is that Scott Todd? Are those his feet?
He's here?
No, are those his feet?
No, I do have a picture of Scott Todd on vacation. Would you like to see that one? Oh, hold on a second. I do have a picture of that. There we go.
Oh.
Dude, he's going to murder you in your sleep.
A picture of Scott Todd on vacation. I'm going to caption that and Voxer it to him right now.
Look at the abs on that guy.
We just see his feet. We can't even see the abs.
Oh.
Can you look up so I can take a screenshot?
Okay, so I just screenshot that, and I'm voxing Scott Todd right now. Okay, so
for sure.
We'll let you know how that goes. Sure. We have another question. Don Peresa is watching. Aloha.
Aloha.
She has a question.
The Land Art Queen and Racing the Machine.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, you did it.
I love it.
That's not mine. Someone else wrote that.
Oh, okay.
But I like it.
Nice rhyme to it.
Yeah, I love it. Racing the Machine. So this is from Dawn, the Land Art Queen. She has a question. Not difficult, but she's puzzled. I just tried to post an ad in Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and now it says pending. What does this mean? Never saw this before. Is it getting flagged already?
Is it like a group that it's pending to, or the Marketplace it's pending to? Because sometimes the groups do that, right? They pend you because they want to approve it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And sometimes the Marketplace does too. Usually, from my experience, there's something wrong with the ad. So maybe you used a duplicate picture. Maybe there is a term in there that is throwing the Facebook algorithm off. And sometimes the term that's throwing it off is, in your mind, really goofy, but it's happening. Zeno, what's so funny right now? I'm voxing Scott Todd right now, tattling on you.
I'm just happy. So, I was talking to someone today, and they're actually going through flight school, and it was a great topic. It was about being a bit nervous about, doing some of the items for the first time, whether it's closing on a property, which this was. This was like doing the due diligence, closing on the property, which I do think that this upcoming release of the roundtable this Tuesday is going to be good for anybody who's worried about making mistakes, because there was some really good content about that. And that makes you. But I thought we could talk a little bit about that here. Like, fear of making mistakes, doing something for the first time, such as closing on a property or talking to a potential seller. We have any tips for them, Matt? First time I'm talking to you, first time I'm really nervous. I've never done this before. Do I tell you I've never done this before? Do I act like I've done this before? What do you say?
Number one, eat the frog. Get it over with. Everybody has to talk to a seller for the first time at some point, right? So just do it and get it done. And if you suck at it, don't worry about it. I'm of the opinion that you fake it till you make it, for sure. So you come in and you just pretend you're this seasoned land investor who has the answers, and you just go. You don't have to say that. It's about the confidence you bring to the conversation. And, once you've done it a few times, usually it's not a big deal because in the end, they're people who don't want their land. Like, you are helping them. So once you have that mindset, you're good to go, right? You're doing them a favor. So
nice. Bosman?
Sorry, I'm busy over here. I'm trying to get Scott Todd riled up.
Well, I like what you said, Matt. Mark,
worthwhile endeavor.
Mark, if you're doing your first land deal ever, and I'm the first person that's going to sell you my land, are you going to, and you're nervous, are you going to say, are you going to use that to your advantage, or how are you going to use? Are you just going to fake it till you make it? What would you do? What would you do your first time? Your first time. How did it? You can read Dirt Rich, but let's give the punchline here.
Honestly, I don't even remember, but I really like what Fortune 500 said, because I really think that in the beginning, it's that inner game of, can I really fight through feeling uncomfortable? Can I get my reps in and fake it till I make it? And then once you have authentic confidence, you're going to get in that. But in the beginning, even just a fake confidence, just to fumble through it is better than not doing it. So to just sort of to embrace the fact that you're going to be uncomfortable is better than, sort of just, I get this sense like, you ever see somebody like they're holding on too tight, they want it too bad, and then it's elusive, as opposed to kind of like just being in the flow of it. You almost have to pretend that that person you're talking with, you've known them for 20 years, and and there's a sort of, there's not familiarity, but I'll just act like, yeah, there is a little familiarity, because I know deep in my heart that this is a great asset. It's the only thing that lasts. It's a generational asset. And as long as I can go to bed believing truly that this is something that's good for you, then I'm going to be a lot more comfortable, as opposed to, oh, I don't know. What are they going to do with it? Now, if you diagnose them like it's not a good fit for them, then letting them go with confidence and saying, when I do have something that's good for you, I'm going to come back. And as long as it's about them and not about you and your sale, it's the whole world becomes very different.
I love that. So like on the buy and sell side, just that honesty, being transparent, and look at what happened?
I'm reading Eric Peterson.
Eric Peterson has a comment. He says, "Oh no, Mike, you cannot wear socks with sandals. Your background is making me throw up a little. I can't even listen to mock with that on the screen."
You just got owned by Peterson. He's not even on the show.
Eric, this is from one of my Eric Peterson. One of my favorite vacations when I was 15. I went to Aruba, and this is what it is right here.
Okay, yeah. That's not what you said a minute ago.
No.
Scott Todd's been on vacation. Yes, I know.
Oh, damn, that's funny. Peterson with the burn, man. I love it. Let's get him on here. How do you get him on?
Well, we're going to have him on. Well, no, he can't make it tomorrow, Mark. Friday? When's he going to be on?
Yeah, you know what? He's the most cagey guy in quarantine I've ever seen. He's the busiest guy in quarantine. Oh, I've got prior engagements. What do you got going on?
Well, he works out 3 hours a day.
Yeah, that's that.
I think in honor of Eric,
but he's up early, Scott.
I know he's
up early.
I know he is.
You get a refill for Eric. This is for Eric. A little refill, Matt. Can you hook us up?
I just refilled, so yeah, it's 10:30. Look, if you're watching the show,
unofficial.
No, this is look. Because I like you, Mike. I'll add more to the glass. If you're watching the show, if you just came out of flight school, if you didn't, if you're working hard in the business and you realize that now is one of the best time to sell land ever, and it's selling like crazy out there for everyone I know, literally everyone, have a cocktail. So pour yourself something good. A little bit more Balvenie from me. And Prost. Well done. Keep working. Build a Zap. Make a call. Have a hot dog.
Skull. Did you guys see that Facebook comment today from Manette Yazidi? He's like, he sold the property. First of all, he makes his comment. Wait, what is this comment? I don't even believe him. I thought it was a typo.
I did too.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Where is this thing?
This is where he sold it before he bought it, or was that one?
No, he sold it for some ungodly return.
Oh yeah,
He wrote, "Hi, Land Geeks. I just want to say thank you to all your support to the coaches, Mark Podolsky, and to you, all the community, for helping me become a land investor. I sold my first property for a 3,500% ROI on terms.
Insane.
Like, if anyone has questions, help, or just wants to talk, reach out to me or this community of amazing people. I'd love to help give back. We've all given to me. Thank you. Seriously, reach out anytime to your success in the future." So I'm like, that doesn't sound right. 3,500%. So I'm like, are you sure? And he wrote, "Haha, it was crazy. Acquired for $400, sold on terms for $14,325. Legit crazy. #blessed." That is
what?
That is like,
that's nuts.
That is nutty.
Not a bad use of $400.
I love this business. Not a bad use of $400.
Yes. Well, congrats to Manette. That's a killer first sale. Holy cow. I was excited when I turned $700 into $2,800. But, that's amazing. Cheers. We got a lot of comments. What's that, David?
I see what you did, Scott Bossman. I see what you did on this Voxer channel. You took the heat off yourself and put Scott Todd directly on me.
Myself?
Finally. Remember, he's been a little bit angry at you since that time you called him out of one of the round tables, and now he's like, "Oh man, that's it. The heat's off, Bossman, I guess."
No. This is much more intentional and much more directed at Scott Todd, because for me it was a process of elimination. We were all naming Tiger King characters. Mimi's going to be Carol. Mark's going to be Mark. Who are you going to be? I'm not sure.
He's going to say it. He's going to say it again.
And Scott Todd needed to be somebody, so
repeating this.
I named him. I named Scott Todd. I'm not going to say who it was. It was there was one character left. It's got to be him. He took offense. But listen, look what you did. This is absolutely ridiculous.
See?
Huh?
See what I mean, Mark? See what I mean? He just threw me under the bus.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I mean, look. Zen Master, Fortune 500, you guys will all agree. When Scott cuts, he cuts deep.
Come on. This is deeper than all. This is deeper than the rest. Scott Todd just declared war on you, Mike Zano, in this Voxer channel.
I saw that.
You're going down.
Wow. How do we get that on the screen? That's what I want to know. Let's get that up there.
All right. Fun stuff. All right. We got another question. This is from.
Let's hear it.
This is from unknown, but I think it might be from. I don't know. Mark Livingston's watching. Mark?
What's up, Mark?
Nice to see you on here.
Mark's crushing it. I talked to him today. He's like, he had 4 sales this week so far.
We've had
and how much of it of his own time? Donut. 0.
He's a smart dude.
No,
he's a smart guy.
That's yeah, exactly. But he built the machine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question. What kind of responses do you use for sellers that are complaining about how much money they lost on the land they bought 10 years ago that you're working on purchasing from them? Lil awkward.
Why is that awkward?
Well, no, that does come up, though. Yeah, you're right. It shouldn't be awkward in a sense, but it does come up. People, that could be their negotiation tactic. They're trying to get more money for the land. You just say, listen, we understand that it's unfortunate. The market's changed, blah, blah, blah. We'd love to work with you. Unfortunately, I was thinking of Fortune 500, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we have we have a certain price point that works for us, and this, we'd love to work with you. And by the way, we pay quick cash. You get every dollar. Just kind of turn it around a little bit. And they're going to do that. Maybe they're trying to get a little bit more money out of you, but you feel bad for them, and you buy the property.
Yeah, I tell a story. I won't tell the story now because I usually save it for boot camp. Which, by the way, I think we're definitely going to have it virtually. We're working on it.
Nice.
August. So I would, when I would have that conversation and someone would say, oh, they want to tell the story. I paid, $15,000 for this 10 years ago or 20 years ago, and we never did anything on it. This offer, I can't stomach it. And I'm like, look, I totally understand what you're saying, but you ever been to Vegas? And they're like, yeah. Like everyone's probably been to Vegas. I'm like, you ever watch that gambler and they just keep chasing their losses and they just keep chasing and chasing and chasing. And next thing you know, they're down, way more than they were supposed to be. I'm like, you're like that. Just the sense that like, this is what we call the sunk cost fallacy. And every year for the last 10 years, you keep paying the property taxes on it. And the thing is, whether you take my offer today or 5 years from now, you're never going to get that money back. Take this money now, reinvest it somewhere better, somewhere that's going to be more productive for you. Take the tax write-off towards income for this year and be done with it and never get another tax notice again. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's really nice.
So I kind of walk them through it.
A little Chris Voss action. I like it. That's what we do.
That's awesome. And,
Oh, Scott
what?
Todd wants on the call.
He does?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bring him on.
Oh, my God. It's like Christmas. I'm so
It is
excited.
like Christmas.
So happy.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm so happy.
You just got to Skype him, right?
Peterson, get on the call. Come on. What are you doing? Don't sit there. It's going to come back to you.
I'm afraid to bring him on, though. Let's act like we can't.
I know that Eric Pearson was coached by Scott Todd on Skype as well. So he's got to have a Skype ID.
He definitely does. You want me to find it?
Do you want me to call him right now?
Let me just change my screen. Hold on.
So Mark, Eric did say that Eric is committing publicly to a date next week on Facebook Live. He said he would come.
Oh.
He would come some afternoon at 4 p.m. Central, and he'd even bring a topic. He'll even bring a topic.
Yes. He has to plan a week ahead.
Great.
A week ahead.
A week ahead.
He's busy.
He's meeting with friends tomorrow, which I don't think is the appropriate thing to be doing right now.
That
Social distance.
I mean,
social distance, Eric Peterson.
Unless you live in some type of.
Did you get his Skype ID, Scott?
Oh, is
or
it on
Mike?
there?
It's on the box.
Okay.
Oh, he's coming. You know what?
He's coming.
I forgot I had something I had to do.
Yeah, everybody watch Zano crawl back into the hole he came from. I'm looking forward to this.
I should have known he's on my list. I should have known that. All right. Here
This is going to be deliciously awkward.
It will be awkward, yes.
Can you guys hold so I can go pop some popcorn? Because I'm excited.
Oh, boy.
Waiting.
I can't change my background. What
Miracle
happened?
Technology.
Waiting.
Oh, there
he is!
Oh, what's up, buddy?
Most epic nightcap ever.
Mm-hmm.
The most epic nightcap ever. And if he has a pina colada, I'm 100% right. Come on, Scott. It's a pina colada.
What are you drinking?
It's margarita.
No.
Yeah.
No. See, the problem is I'm not drinking right now. I heard that there were some shots fired by Zano at making fun of me.
I gotta go.
Yeah, you better go, brother. You better go because the war has been declared. I have the screenshot that you provided, and let me tell you something. I'm coming for you, Zano. Don't you worry. I listen. I know where you live. Okay. I got a plane. I got a boat. Let me tell you something. I know how to drive. Listen. Look, the Marines are coming. Baby. The Marines are coming.
Don't you see what Bossman did? He deflected. He put this whole thing on me and deflected.
All I know is that Bossman, the whole land geek guy thing, it's bad. I don't see that, Mark. I don't see this as sustainable. I'm not sure these two guys belong working together. I really don't.
Honestly, we got to break this in AT&T.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, I can't, Zeno, of all the people that would have said something about, first of all, I don't even wear sandals, by the way. And then you put me in the category of that? No way. No way.
Wait, look, I can't believe, now there's no proof I said it other than Bossman's quote here on the Vox.
There's no proof you said it. Play the recording,
Zeno, do I need to go back to the replay and watch this thing?
Zeno, this is
because I'll do it.
It may not. It might get deleted.
Listen, I got a VA doing this right now. Don't you worry. I got a team of VAs on the job right now.
And we already saw earlier today how quick action can happen when people are motivated.
That's right. It does not take long to get motivated actions going on.
Well, now that we have you here, can we shift to a more healthy topic about flight school number 1 and how that went? Last one.
Are you deflecting?
Oh, he's deflecting.
Big time.
Yes. Big time.
No lie, I'm deflecting. Look, it's a big night. How many people started their journey tonight? We want to know how it went. I think we should change the topic. Let's go to the real subject here.
Well, look, there's a lot of people on flight school. I don't know the exact number. I think there was 30 on flight school tonight. And, I think that the cool thing about session 1 is in session 1, we set the foundation for what we're going to do over the next 11 weeks, right? So we get zeroed in, lasered in, focused in on the county. There's 3,070 plus counties in the United States. How do you know where to start? Well, we know where to start because we follow the recipe, and the recipe guides us right to where we need to go. And then when we find them, what we do is we build this pricing matrix. So tonight we laid the foundation for the pricing matrix. We laid the foundation for choosing a county just to get going. And tonight, something really cool. Tonight we revealed for the first time ever is normally what happens is there tends to be the same questions over and over and over again. Like session 2, which is next week, tends to have the same questions. So tonight what we did was we rolled out a whole new function called the Q&A library, right? Like it's the most frequently asked questions from session 2. 27 questions in there, my answers on them. So that while people are going through flight school now, they actually have the 27 of the most frequently asked questions that people deal with this week. And so the whole goal there is that they don't have to wait a week to get their questions answered, that they are more dialed in, because sometimes you get stuck on something. And yeah, we have our group where people can go ask questions, but sometimes people want that like interaction where someone guides them. So here's 27 questions that they have access to right now. And we're going to do that through this flight school and into future ones too. So this is a new evolution that we have. It's kind of cool to get that rolled out there.
I love it. I was talking to someone today who's still in flight school, but they had some questions and they were talking about doing the due diligence. And one thing that came out is they didn't do the homework 1 week. I guess you would assign some. So I think it's important. Like when you talk about following the recipe, these things are like, when you dial in, you can always diagnose like what's going wrong here. Like if someone's not getting accepted offers or somebody is having a hard time, there's certainly a way to diagnose it, right? There's some way they have veered. Is that right? Veered from the recipe.
Yeah, it's funny because typically what we see is the people that struggle with the mailing struggle to get the homework done from tonight. Well, what's the homework tonight? Go do the pricing matrix that I taught them. So, essentially if they go do that homework, then it's going to help guide them into the next step. And so that's really where flight school, the recipe comes in handy, is that, look, you learn something, then you go do. I get to see a lot of comments on flight school. I mean, it's really cool to see how people react. And, to me, it was one, I don't often screenshot the comments, but I did screenshot one tonight. It's from Jim O'Connor. And the reason I screenshotted it was because it just shows me that what I tried to deliver, I did, which was, he said, wasn't it a great class? I love training that's functional, no fluff. And really, that's what flight schools is supposed to be about, right? Like, it's not supposed to be about hypothetical stuff. It's action taking, it's execution in real time, it's getting it done. And to me, and Jim, if you're watching this, thanks for the comment, because ultimately that's what we're trying to provide with flight school is, look, you can go do this on your own through the toolkit. And I always say the toolkit's great. It is Mark's brain dump of everything about this business. It's the brain dump. But then how do you sort through it? How do you know where to start? How do you know what to do? And that's what flight school is. It's like bringing it simple, making it easy, and we climb the mountain together to get to where we need to be.
That's awesome. Mark, can you remember today we were talking about the scarcity mentality and how someone in the community in an area where a lot of people work in, including some of us on this call, got how many properties did he acquire today in a takedown?
Yes, Scott, you know about Ray's deal, Ray Zhang?
Yeah, I do. I heard about it. Yep.
Yeah, 100 properties. And in a very competitive or so-called competitive Colorado County. And I was saying to Tate, I'm like, well, how are we not getting this deal? I've been living in this county for 20 years. Never even heard of this seller. And it just goes to show, like, if you show up consistently, these things can happen.
Well, I think what happens is, it's about, it's really about hitting their mailbox, right? Like, you got to hit the mailbox on the right days. So what's the right days? Well, we don't know what the right days are. All we can do is mail, and we can't control when that happens. But has this guy got other offers? Well, maybe he's got other offers, but today was the day he decided to sell. Why did he decide to sell today? Who knows? Was it the coronavirus? Was it whatever it was? We don't really know. It doesn't really matter. But the mere fact that someone's offer was there, he decided to take that offer. And, you could get it, I could get it, anybody could get it. But you're right, Mark. People always say, like, in this one county, I think it's too competitive. They've already got the deal. That is a lie you're telling yourself that you're accepting.
Yeah, I love Mark made the analogy. Mark, you made the analogy to fishing. It's true. He was saying, like, you can go fish in a pond all the time, and then some guy comes in, throws his boat in, throws out a cast, and brings in the biggest bass there is, right? And you've been fishing that pond for years. It's just timing. It's just the circumstance. I mean, who knows? All the other things put together. But, the fish are there. You just got to go cast for them.
No, absolutely. I mean, Ray could be doing ATM investing, but no. He's making it easy on himself, showing up.
Scott Todd, is your blood pressure decreasing a little bit? You're a little less red in the face.
Why are we bringing this back up? We just got over this. This is old news.
No, you see, what's funny is while we're talking here, I'm multitasking. That's why I'm looking down, because I have VAs taking care of some things for me right now.
Yeah.
And they are, because my VAs, like, I got some that are 24/7, right? Like, I'm trying to see if I can get some to spring into action right now.
Thanks, Bossman.
Yeah, I mean,
I have to do it, Bossman.
I'm gonna vox Mimi to make sure there's no drones flying around Haverhill tonight.
She's gonna take the truck out as a little sample. That could be you.
I know where you live, and I own a plane. That's the best thing I've ever heard you say, Scott. Wonderful.
So Mike, who's the bigger instigator, Bossman or Forbes?
Whoa, hold on. I have not said
Mark,
one
right, Mark.
thing.
It's 2-on-1,
since
Mark.
Scott
You're
Todd
right.
came on here.
You're
Not
right.
one.
Yeah, but
2-on-1.
yeah,
2-on-1.
I'm just saying it's the best thing I've ever heard him say.
Look, you like to stir the pot. Let's be honest.
Not in this
Hey,
feud.
wait. Listen, this is an epic nightcap. I don't think we've ever had the creator and the educator on the show with us.
Sure,
so,
yeah.
any questions? Really,
Yeah.
it's been a while. Any questions?
We had him on the anniversary show last year, and we'll just call this the second anniversary show. Let's just do that because
back in 2012 we had them on. I think Mike brings up a really good point. If you have questions, I don't know, right now might be the best time to ask them.
probably a good time. Probably a good time.
Scott's probably exhausted. Aren't you, Scott? Aren't you tired?
Well, I was, and I was winding down. I've changed my shirt and everything, and then I'm summoned by this picture. I've been told that Zano's firing shots at me, and I haven't heard them firsthand. But I'm just saying, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Nor will you, because this whole thing is just, unfortunately, not recording.
Right.
Oh no, it's recorded. Don't you worry. Don't worry. It's on, man. Listen. Once it's on the internet, it doesn't come down.
Exactly right.
Oh no.
Listen. Unless you got some friends at YouTube and Facebook, this video is going viral, baby.
Oh gosh. Woo! What kind of questions do we have out there? Anybody?
So we have a comment. I don't understand this comment from Ken Green, but he says everyone else looks white. I don't know what that means. Doug Hoyer says, "Oh, this is a good question, Scott Todd. This is a good question for the community." This is from Doug Hoyer, who joined you tonight, which I think it's really cool. So Doug Hoyer, he's actually been a member of the community for a really long time, and he's a notary. And he's very active in our Facebook group. He's always chiming in and giving advice about this, that, and the other thing. And he finally took the leap, and he got into flight school tonight. So here's the question from Doug Hoyer. How did flight school evolve into being? And I love this story. So if you wouldn't mind telling it, I think it's great.
Yeah. It's funny because I had been doing this business for about 9 months, and I was in Arizona for my day job. I worked for a pretty large rental car company. I was in Arizona and went over and spent the day with Mark. And Mark had this office, and we went to lunch, and I mean it was a great day. And
fancy.
Yeah, it's a fancy day, No one was wearing socks or sandals. That's legit.
I can vouch. No
Tate
socks or
Litchfield
sandals.
just joined. Get him on.
And what happened was Mark and I
You got Tate on.
I'll get
and we're talking about the toolkit, right? Like we're talking about how cool it would be if we could create something that would allow people to show up in one weekend to his office. We said, look, they could come to your office here, and we could bring in some interns or TaskRabbit workers, and we would print, everybody would print offer letters right there. They'd get them mailed. They would start their marketing. It was like a business in a box weekend is what we were talking about. And, we bantered back and forth on it. We thought, okay, well, that's cool. And then, like most things, we forgot about it. And then fast forward about a year later, maybe 2 years later, and Mark and I are talking, and we're like, hey, listen, how can we change education? How can we do this? So Mark and I went and we whiteboarded out what an 8-week program would look like. And then we said, okay, well, we'll think about it. And then, I don't know, 6 months, 9 months later, Mark and I were talking, and we're like, well, let's go do this. And so we put a class together of the 8 weeks based on the 8 topics. And, that was the first flight school. And from there, it evolved. It evolved because we got feedback from the flight school sessions, what worked, what didn't work. We looked at them. We figured out how we could make them longer, tweak them, change the content of it. But the whole concept was always the same. Let's figure out how we could get people to execute in real time. How can we get people to take action now? How can we get them to do their offers? How can we teach them what we want them to teach or want them to learn? Because ultimately what happens is you go and you buy the investor's toolkit. And again, it's a great information. It's Mark's brain dump of all the information about this business. The downside to it is, where do you start, right? Like that's the hardest part sometimes is how do you pick a county? How do you go pick a county? And that a lot of people get locked up on the whole county thing. We see people get locked up on like, oh my gosh, it's time to start our mailings. So they don't mail. And so we're like, look, we got to help people execute in real time. If they need the little push, they got it. And that's really where Flight School evolved. And I mean, we've been doing this now since 2017, Flight Schools. I mean, it is exciting. I think it's a great program, and it's always exciting for me to see a new class come in, because I get to take them from the kind of the unknown to the known, right? Like I get to help them go, and it's funny to see them go from, man, how do I even choose a county, to showing up to the last session saying, I made my first sale tonight, when that happens, right? So that's always a cool experience to just see people get excited about this business, because as we all know, this business is can transform your life. It can change. It's not even about the money. The money's good, but what it does is it gives you power, and ultimately it gives you the freedom, right? Like, because to me, the way I think about this is we all have our monthly bills to pay. We all have this monthly thing that we have to cover. But the minute that your monthly bills are covered, the pebble in your shoe is gone. You take the pebble out of your shoe, all of a sudden it's so much easier to walk. It doesn't matter if you quit your job. It doesn't matter if you stay at your own job. Man, I know a guy that, he started this business. He's been chiseling away at it, and he's still at his day job. Does he want to leave? Maybe he does. I think he does. But he's still at his day job, but his life is changing, right? He's going on vacations that he could never dream of. He's getting the house that he wants. He's living the life that he wants. And it's not like he's doing it in a baller style. It's simply that he's creating wealth and he's creating the life that he wanted.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, while you were talking, Scott, it kind of reminds me of Zano. Like, every day I think to myself, why does this guy keep going to the fire station? He doesn't need to. But, we saw the evolution from the very, very first boot camp with Mike and Laura to having to go to the fire station, having to take that risk, to now, like, you paid for your wedding, you guys are traveling, you're kind of doing whatever you want to do. You've got like the most amazing morning routine, and now you don't have to go. It's really just a choice. It is total freedom. And Scott Bossman, the same thing. There was a point in time, like, you had to show up at a certain time, at a certain day to see clients, and you did. But it was a grind. Like, there was politics involved. You had to show up, and then it became a choice, which is amazing. And then, Tyler Kelly, he hated his job. 12 months later, he was able to quit. I hated my job. 18 months later, I was able to quit. It's definitely amazing. And I was talking to a buddy of mine today to just really put the exclamation point on it. Is he works for a billionaire out here. He makes an incredible amount of money, and he's the most stressed out he's ever been. He does not know day to day if he's going to have a job. He just fired 2 people on Friday who've been working for him for about 5 years, and not a pleasant conversation. And he doesn't know if and when that could be him. And then what? I mean, it's, he's kind of used to this lifestyle, and he doesn't sleep well. It's affecting his health, and just the mental bandwidth and the stress it's taking out of him. I wouldn't take that for $1 billion. I really wouldn't. So to have that total freedom is really priceless.
Hey, I agree. Hey, Mike, just curious. Do you have your phone on you?
What happened to Tate?
Where's Tate?
He's staying out of it, he says.
No, Zeno, do you have your
Come on,
phone on
Tate.
you? Mike Zeno.
What's about to happen to it?
No, do you
Is it gonna
have
blow up?
He's got it on
Blow
him.
up?
the
Yes,
He's got it on him.
you have it nearby, right?
it's right here.
Okay, all right. Okay, just let me know if something happens.
There's no way.
Let me just know if something happens, okay? Just saying.
Oh, Tate's staying out of the fray.
Weak sauce, Tate. Come on.
Come on, Tate.
Weak.
Let's
Can I
see.
answer this?
See if we
Should
got
I
it.
answer this?
I don't
Is it
see
ringing?
Yes.
Maybe you should answer it.
Hello?
What is that?
Wait a minute. No. What are you doing? I got to shut this off. Hello? Nothing there.
Nothing?
What are they downloading my phone now? Is this what's happening?
Hey, Mike, what number called you?
My own number.
Your own number called you. Yes. 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 Thank you. We are now in control of your phone. And, this is just level one, man. Your own phone number called you. Oh, no. And then you answered it. Oh, it's on.
Oh, it is
Nice
on.
Man.
This is just the beginning. Just the beginning.
How come boss man didn't?
What? Don't
We
even
can't
bring
hear
me
you
into this,
anymore.
dude.
See, look, we can't even hear him anymore. He's now muted because we're controlling everything about him.
Oh.
Look at this. He cannot even speak. We have controlled his phone. We have controlled his computer. This is serious next level stuff. Now, you can easily wave the white flag at any time, Mike. Admit that you were wrong, and life goes on. Otherwise, we will continue a barrage of technology infiltration.
This is like a Black Mirror episode.
It really is. It really is.
Paul Bellotti writes, apparently Mimi is helping Scott.
Yes.
Mimi is not involved in this. She is not involved in this. I have an elite team of VAs that we have ninja skills, man. Hence, investor ninjas. Come on.
Oh,
I think my
man.
internet's down.
Yeah. Your whole house is going to black out here in a minute, buddy. This has nothing to do with me. This is what I did was child's play compared to what you did.
You took the heat off you real easy, didn't you?
No.
Do we have a screenshot of the socks and sandals that you were portraying earlier we could put up on the screen?
Oh yeah.
Just to remind the viewers.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that, but I'll post it in the group tomorrow for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that.
But well, you know what? For one, this has been really fun. Scott Todd, despite all of the shade that has been thrown at you recently, I do
Laura,
I do need to
Laura's chiming in.
I do need to say that you know what? It took me like 5 years to throw shade at you, right? Because like you're my mentor, you changed my life. So it's all in fun. And you know what?
Oh, look at him apologizing. Look at him.
I'm just saying, like, what happened on Skype 4 years ago when you did our coaching calls on Skype, right? It was it was magical. Like, I was probably one of your first coaching students, and I did 30 deals my first year. It was an amazing, it was a life-changing thing. And
That's great.
And I'll never forget it. And just because I'm throwing a little bit of shade at you, It's not because
Ring his phone now. Ring his phone now. Ring his phone now.
Hey, Mike.
What are the odds that Mike wakes up tomorrow morning with a horse's head?
Yeah, a horse head in his bed.
Laura
50-50.
just texted me. Laura just tonight texted me. Delete any photos of me.
Hey, Mike, please once again turn your attention to your phone, and please tell me.
Where's my kids get this?
Oh no. Okay, hold on. I have a snag here. Hold on a second.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Oh,
We got
my
a
God.
little bit of a snag.
There it is.
Don't worry.
There it is.
Who's here?
There it is. Matt's got the screenshot.
Who is doing
Yes.
this?
Yes. Okay, I see that. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
Thanks, Matt.
I try to be helpful.
Hold on a second. This is we're when this next one comes, Mike, you're gonna be like, holy cow. I mean, we can easily make this go away, or we can keep it going. No problem. It's all good. I'm giving my VA just told me something new here, so they are tapped into the source. And let's see here. Okay, here we go. You got your phone in your hand. Let's see what happens now.
I do.
Tell me who's calling now.
Oh no, I don't even want to know.
It better not be me, because that would be really freaky.
Who's calling you now, Mike?
Wait. How's Mark Podolsky calling me? Mark,
What?
He's calling you.
How are you doing that?
Yes. Don't worry. I have ways.
Do not F with this guy anymore.
Mark, you're in on this.
Mark does not know this is taking place.
Oh, what the heck? How do you get Mark's number? You're in my... Oh, when I accept it... Oh, boy. Delete.
Hold on a minute.
Oh, no.
Matt Forbes, we're all learning a great lesson from this.
Have a great day.
Hey, Mike, it's Scott calling, and this is not on Mark Podolsky's phone. Now, you get a voicemail from me here any minute. Yet Mark called you. He's not in on it. This is the power. It's okay. You want to play that voicemail?
Wow. So I think this says it all right here. From unknown. Actually, it's Andrea Miller. She says, "Holy hell, do not mess with Scott Todd." That's just it right there. Holy hell. That's it.
Mark, you got a message from your phone.
That's right. I sent you a message from Mark's phone.
Oh, my God.
Do I need to call you from Laura's phone?
Oh, my God. Listen, I would change my background, but it's broken right now. This Mac.
All right. I think we all learned a lesson tonight, and that is to not throw shade at Scott Todd. I mean, minor shade.
It's time to humbly apologize for Scott Bossman throwing me under the bus. This is really not what was intended.
This has nothing to do with me.
A fun joke. I'd like my phone back now.
Well, you still haven't apologized. Like, you still haven't waved the right flag. You're deflecting. You're deflecting over to Bossman, but it's not really Bossman.
Yeah.
Scott Todd, I humbly apologize.
He is waving the flag.
We will now stop. We will now stop all activities. I'm sending the message now. I'll be back in touch with you.
All right. Well, I don't know what just happened, but some guy.
I don't know, but I didn't see the beginning of Nightcap. I'm assuming Scott Bossman sang, as promised on Tuesday?
Ooh, good call.
Ooh.
But listen. Listen, give me just a sec. I did promise, so maybe that should be our outro, right?
What, you're singing?
Yeah.
I mean, so I miss baseball. Doesn't anybody else miss baseball?
No.
I know Eric Peterson misses baseball. And I promised I would sing, so Mark's holding me to that, apparently. Here I'm at Wrigley Field. So I think we all realize tonight that Scott Todd is in control, and Mike Zano, you do not F with him. Just saying. No more. No more. I'm what? Just seriously. All right.
I
So
don't have anything to say. I have nothing to say. I am speechless for once.
I mean, Mark, you realize that your phone called Zano. That was the tipping point.
Basically, you have full control of his attention span now.
That's right.
Laura can be calling him at any time. I can be calling him at any time.
Listen, Laura, when you call your husband, if you're watching this, when you call your husband, he may think I'm messing with him.
yeah, you may.
I got nothing to say except great show, guys. I'm glad we did this. This is really fun.
All right, here we go. This is the outro. You ready? Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I can't wait till I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the Cubbies. 'Cause if they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. There we go.
Not bad.
Not terrible.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Could be better.
Not
Could be
terrible.
better.
I thought you were going to do the Hawaiian song because we did the Hawaiian round table.
What, Meli Kamiki Maka? No, I'm not singing that song.
Meli Kamiki.
Oh, yes.
Not singing that song, Mark. I don't know the words.
Well, I mean,
I'm not in the right environment.
Scott Bossman, you know what's going to happen if you don't.
What's that? Scott Todd will take control of my life.
Scott Todd will.
First, Tate Litchfield doesn't show up, then you don't sing the song from Christmas Vacation. What kind of freaking nightcap is this? Tough stuff. Stuff.
Come
this
on.
This is enough to drive someone to drink.
Oh, come on.
Scotch.
Oh, my God. I don't have anything to say right now. I am just...
That's probably a good idea that you remain quiet. I'm just saying. Just remain quiet right now. Just www.zipit.com.
Wow, old school Austin Powers reference.
Let me tell you about a little man called Zipit. Zip, 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 zip. All right.
I'm hoping that we've ended the broadcast.
We're ending now.
Can't see my flag?
Where do I end?
There it is.
Where do I end?
There it is, the white flag.
Todd, you can't